Hey there everyone, it's AJ Van Rixel and it is time for another video, and in today's video I am going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming months with regard to my channel as well as some future projects that I am working on. Whilst I do this, you're going to see me draw one of my Inktober pieces, which was Traliseo and Rim al Gatto. I really enjoyed making this piece, and I hope you enjoy getting to watch the creation process of that. This time of the year is always a busy year for me. I do various different things and challenges over the coming months, so Inktober is kind of like the start of sort of my busy period for my creative world and things like that. I also personally do amateur dramatics, and I am performing in part of a pantomime that I wrote, and that is coming up to the day where we actually will be doing the performances. Normally we do them a little bit later, but they have come up a little bit sooner, so it is giving me a bit of issues with time wise, but I am still going to be trying to do some videos and things like that. They might be a little bit late, which is why I kind of moved this video on to Sunday, because yesterday I was busy going out for a bit of a walk because I needed to do a bit of exercise, as well as going and doing the rehearsals, which we normally do them towards this time of the year on the Saturday as well as the Wednesday. This means that obviously my schedule has kind of expanded to include a few more bits and pieces, which is normally already quite packed as it is. But with that in mind, I want to obviously try and focus on everything that I want to do, so adding videos to my YouTube channel, doing my art, and also in November, National Novel Writing Month. I've been a part of National Novel Writing Month now since 2012. It's helped me create my first 2 novels, as well as a load of other works that I will be hoping to release after the third and final book of my Collision World series is released, which I will hopefully be able to announce at the end of this video when I plan to release that novel, and that is something that I'm really excited to be able to do. So let's begin with National Novel Writing Month. I have started that. We are now well into that on the 11th day, which I can't believe we're already on the 11th of November. I am going away from tomorrow, and we'll be doing that as part of my sort of week retreat of writing and creativeness, where I go into seclusion in a sort of cabin and do that sort of thing. It's really nice to be able to do that, and I'm really excited that I'm doing that again this year. With that, I am actually going to be doing some of the characters that I started to develop in Inktober, which was the sort of anamorphic type creatures with the ears and the tails, and I'll do a little splash of that. Just so you are aware, I am planning on doing some of my Inktober pieces as prints. I'm just getting to grips with the whole printing side of that and making sure that they are the best quality that I can do. This one that I showed you a moment ago will definitely be one of those available as a print in the up and coming month or so, and I really would appreciate it if you could support me with that. I'm only going to be doing limited print runs, so I'm not going to be doing hundreds and hundreds of on-demand prints. I'm probably going to only do 20 or so of each print, just to kind of get an understanding of the sort of pictures that people will like to see. That brings me on to December. Now in December, I am going to be having a huge focus on my website. I want to develop a website and make sure that I keep an eye on it and that's where you're going to be able to have like things like my shop, as well as I'm going to do a blog and various other things there as well. And you're going to be able to read up on my projects, what I'm currently doing, what I've worked on in the past. And it's just going to be a sort of like information hub of where you can find my works, as well as information on my works. Not only that, in January, I will be starting to consider my future projects. In fact, I say consider my future project. I've already got an idea of what I want to do after A Collision of Worlds. I am going to be looking at doing my Eternal Scions duology, which is going to be a series of 2 light novels, which feature the characters Angel of Death and the Angel of Life, which you saw again is as Inktober characters that I did for Inktober this year. So that's what Inktober was really for me this year. It was more about getting to grips with knowing what I want to do for the future, and also understanding my characters and kind of having visual representatives of those characters. So I hope you will enjoy those being created and seeing those come together. Which brings me on to January and probably the rest of the year. I plan on releasing those 2 books in the course of 2 years. Now, in order to do that, I will need like support and things for like editing costs, printing costs and things like that. So what I'm planning on doing is looking at maybe setting up some sort of Patreon page for these projects, just so that I can focus on getting those out there and that you can see them. And as part of the rewards, yes, the books will be available as part of the rewards and things like that. I'm going to be looking into that and just seeing sort of like the logistics of that and what I can do moving forward with that. So keep an eye out for that. Again, my website will detail all the information on my about Patreon, as well as various other things. That brings me on to the final part of this video, which is announcing the release date of my 3rd and final book in my Collision of Worlds series, The Tears of Sirens Sacrifice. So, as you're aware, the books that come before were A Collision of Worlds and The Immortal Princesses. This ties in this sort of A Collision of Worlds arc, and I really do hope that you'll go check out the series. I've put a lot of effort into this. It's over the course of, well, since 2012. So what year is it now? It's so a lot of years. I'm not going to try and work it out right now because I've not thought of working it out. Okay, let's do it. So 2012. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 7 years. And I'm finally at the process of being able to release and even consider like closing a trilogy. I'd never even thought I'd finish 1 book, let alone 3. And they're all over 100,000 words as well, which is even more amazing. I used to struggle at school with English, and the fact that I've managed to actually do this is beyond like my own comprehension even. So I really do hope that you'll go and check those books out and do that. Over the course of the next year, I'll probably do some giveaways, and I'm also going to incorporate some of my videos that include like snippets from there, and also some like sort of writing videos on like writing support videos and things like that, which I hope that you will enjoy. Well, I was just about to end the video there, and then I've just remembered that I forgot to actually tell you the date that I was going to release the 3rd and final book in the Collision of Worlds trilogy. I was planning on doing it at the end of December, but due to unforeseen circumstances with regards to like the editing process and things like that during the year, that's not become possible. I've still got a bit of work to do on it, which now means that I will be looking at releasing the third and final book of my A Collision of Worlds series on the 30th of January 2019. This will give me enough time to format it, and both versions, the Kindle and the print version, as well as making sure that it's definitely completely 100% ready. I don't want to put out something that I don't feel is ready for public consumption. If I don't feel it's ready, I won't release it. So it's definitely one that I'm going to be making sure that I focus on over the course of the coming months to make sure that it comes out by the end of January for you. And I hope that you will enjoy. So, until next time, ta-ra.
See what I mean? Now he's gone. He's finished with Inktober, and I'm gone. No mention of me and his plans for next year. Where do I go? Where does Inktavius III go? This is, again, I point out to my earlier video where I showed you about what exactly this creator does with his creations once he's got no more use for them. It's ridiculous, and we need to put a stop to this sort of thing. But I, alas, will be here no more.
I will be in one of those books, Rimmy, along with you, where we wage war against the angel of death. It will be our time soon.